students, welcome back to electronics lecture. We have completed the chapter transducer. In some previous lectures we have seen the chapter transducer, its types, how many transducers are there in your syllabus, and all that transducer which with its diagram, applications and characteristics we have seen. So today we are going to see the review of that chapter. Means how many factors are there in transducer. All that factors we'll see in one lecture. Okay, in short. Because in detail we have taken all those things. So if you miss any lecture or any video, then you can cover it in this video. Okay. So we'll take review or summary of that chapter, that is the transducer. Okay. So this is what transducer. Transducer means what? When electrical, non-electrical signal is converted into electrical signal is called as the transducer. Or it is also called as one form of energy is converted into another form is called as the transducer. This is the definition of transducer. Next is what are types of transducer. So there are two types of transducer. First type is what? Active transducer. Active transducer. Active transducer means what? Those transducers which not require external power or external supply to operate is called as the active transducer. So it operate or it generate itself. It not required any external signal. It's called as the active transducer. Means it is also called as self-generating transducer. Self-generating transducer. Second is what? Exactly opposite of that is what? Passive transducer. Passive transducer are those transducers which require what? External power to generate or to work. It not generate itself, you have to give the external signal or external supply to generate. Okay, that is called as the passive transducer. It requires what? External supply or external power to generate. Okay, so there are two types of transformer. In active transformer, again there are two types, that is the thermistor and second is the thermocouple. In passive transistor what happens? It is again divided according to its, see, it is divided into the resistance, again it is divided into its capacitance, and it is divided in the inductance. Depends on that how it, some transistor depends on the resistance, some transistor depends on capacitor, and some transistor depend on the inductor. What is the resistor? Resistor is nothing but which opposes the flow of current is called as the resistor, and property to opposing the current is called as the resistance. Resistor and resistance मध्ये difference आहे. जे काम करतो तो त्याचं त्याला म्हणायचं resistance and the component is called as a resistor. Okay. Similarly, capacitance and capacitor. Capacitor is the component which have the property of capacitance. Capacitance means what? Which the component which store the charge is called as the capacitance. This is inductor. Inductor is nothing but which induce the voltage is called as the inductor when current is given. Okay. So in resistance there are two. In resistance type there are, yes, three again divided into three types. Resistance transistor is again divided into three types of transducer, that is the thermistor, Here in active note thermistor, thermocouple and strain gauge is there. Strain gauge. And here is the thermistor. In resistance type is a thermistor. Second is strain gauge and photometer. Strain gauge and photometer. Strain gauge and third is photometer. This thermocouple and piezoelectric transducer is there. Okay. In capacitance, the property of the capacitance having some transducers, which are what? First is the microphone transducer, and the second type of transducer in the capacitance is what? Capacitor pressure gauge. Capacitance pressure gauge. These are two types of transistor. And inductor, the capacitor which is having it's the inductors. These are also of two types. That is our LVDT transducer, and second is V2I converter transducer. LVDT means what? Linear variable differential transformer or transducer. Okay, and last is what? V2I, that is voltage to current converter transducer. Okay, so these are the main transducers which are in your syllabus. From all those transducers, still there are particular transducers are only asked in detail. Okay, so all these transducers are not asked in detail. So first, how many transducers are asked? We'll list it. First is the piezoelectric transducer. Piezoelectric transducer. Second is thermocouple transducer. Third is it is optocoupler transducer. Fourth is LVDT transducer. Piezoelectric is there, thermocouple is there, optocoupler is there, LVDT, and next is the capacitance of transducer. In optocoupler there are relay also used. Relay transducer is also used. So such transducers are in your syllabus. So we have seen all those transducers with its diagram and its working, its principle, its characteristics and the use. So in today here we will see all that summary of all that transducer. Again, so first is what? Piezoelectric transducer. Piezoelectric transducer. What is piezoelectric transducer? I'll draw the diagram for that. Piezoelectric transducer is work on the when pressure is applied on the cord crystal. Okay, so suppose this is the base and here is one cord crystal is there, and here you are measuring the output across the crystal. You are measuring the output. It is the base. Yes, this is what crystal, and this is what force applying on that, and here you are applying suppose the pressure. Okay, if pressure is applied and force is crystal. Then what happened? Its crystal have the property that it produce the magnetic field across that, it produce the EMF. When EMF is produced, there is a flow of current, and because of the flow of current, what happened? Here it is measured at the meter. Here meter is there, which is measured at the output. So this is the function or working of the piezoelectric transducer. Which things you have to remember? Only that important points I am going to remind you here with the help of these diagrams. Okay, piezoelectric transducer is nothing but which is used to measure the displacement and pressure. It is used to measure what? Pressure and displacement. So what happens when pressure is applied? When pressure is applied and force is applied on the crystal, it produces the EMF, and because of the EMF, current will flow in the circuit, current will produce in the circuit. Because of that, what happens? It shows how much current is produced, and it is measured at the output here across the crystal. So this is the working of what? Your piezoelectric transducer. Next we are going to see is what? Thermocouple. Yes, thermocouple. Its name says that it is nothing but it is a couple. Couple means what? Yes, couple means two wires. Thermo is nothing but which depends on temperature, is called as the thermocouple. Okay, two different wire is taken. Two different metal wire is taken, dissimilar metal wires. These two wires should be how? It should be dissimilar. It should not be similar. If two dissimilar metal wires are connected to each other, means like this. Here it forms a junction. That junction is called as the hot junction. Then again what happened? It have connected with another junction that is called as the cold junction. It is called as the cold junction. With the help of ice, we can adjust its temperature and we can measure the output here. Is the meter. It is what? Meter which measures the output. दोन डिसिमिलर मेटल वायर्स एकत्र केल्यानंतर इथे एक जंक्शन तयार होतं. त्या जंक्शनला म्हणायचं हॉट जंक्शन. देन इट इज दिस आउटपुट इज adjusted by this cold junction, and it is also called as reference junction, because reference voltage is there. Reference means what? I take the reference of my friend. You told like this. Means what? Reference म्हणजे काय? Reference म्हणजे तुम्ही ठरवलेलं temperature. Means if you have the fixed temperature, suppose here is the fixed temperature is the 10 degree Celsius, and you are getting here at the 5 degree Celsius, then you will get the difference between this 10 and 5 degree Celsius. So that is the measured at the output. So reference means the fixed temperature that you have going to set yourself, and at the hot junction you are measuring the hot temperature, how much temperature you are getting here, and difference between these two hot junction and cold junction you are measuring at the output. And in this thermocouple there is a Seebeck effect. Which effect is there? Seebeck effect. Seebeck effect is nothing but when cold junction is used to adjust the meter where we are measuring at the output, and hot junction is when it is applied the temperature at the hot junction, then it gives the difference between the hot junction and cold junction is called as the Seebeck effect. Okay, so this is in the thermocouple. Next of that is what? Optocoupler. Optocoupler means what? See, opto and coupler. Opto as coupler. I'll write it separate. Opto means what? Which is not work on the electric signal. Then how it works? It works on the principle of light. Opto means what? Light. Coupler means what? Couple. So how it couple? See, there are two diodes. One resistor is there, battery is connected. Okay, and here one more diode is there, one resistor is there, and this is the battery. That is voltage V1 and this is voltage V2 and V1. This is what LED. LED means what? Emit the light. LED means light emitting diode, which emits the light is the LED, and here is what? It is the photodiode. I will write it here. It is having photodiode. Photo means what? The diode which work on the principle of light. जेव्हा light fall होईल तेव्हाच तो on होत असतो. LED means what? जेव्हा इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल त्याला दिला जाईल त्यावेळेस तो काय होत असतो? ग्लो होत असतो. That is called as the LED. Here we are using the LED, that is the light emitting diode. These two are not connected here electrically. Then it will connected the. How it connected? It is connected with the help of light. So in optocoupler what happen? Output voltage, that is V2, is depend on V1. How it depends on V1? Because if V1 is here giving to the LED, that emitting diode, it is when this diode is forward bias condition. Forward bias means what? Positive is connected to positive, negative is connected to negative. So if this LED is in the forward bias condition, if your positive are giving here at the positive of the signal, then it will glow. LED will be glow, no doubt. LED will be glow means what? It glow means what? It emits the light. So it emits the light and that light will fall on the photodiode. So what happens if light will fall on the photodiode? Photodiode starts working and it takes all current which is come from this supply. So in the reverse order. So reverse current, it takes all that reverse current. Why it takes the reverse current? Because it is connected in the reverse form. Reverse means what? Reverse bias. Here it is connected in reverse bias. Here it is connected the forward bias मध्ये ते कनेक्ट केले आपण इथे reverse bias मध्ये कनेक्ट केले. Reverse bias म्हणजे काय? Negative signal is this negative of diode is connected to the positive of the battery is called as the reverse bias. So in optocoupler what happened? One LED is used to the LHS, one photodiode is used in the RHS. Then when LED will glow, it fall the light on photodiode, then photodiode will be start working, takes all current across the second part. So that output you are measuring there. That output is depend on whatever input you are giving to the LED. Okay, if you give the large number of signal or supply, then LED will be glow more. Then if you give the less supply, it will not glow more. It will glow in the less light you are getting here. So if more light you have to fall on the photodiode, you have to get the maximum supply. Okay, so whatever input you are giving depends on the output. So output is depend on the input voltage. It's called as the is in the optocoupler. Okay, this much concept you have to remember only in the optocoupler, and that optocoupler is also asked in the relay form. What happens in the relay form? See, one LDR is used, that is the light dependent resistor, means what? Light fall on the light. Then one resistor is connected, another resistor is connected, two transistors are used. Then the two transistors are connected like this. Here one diode is connected and here Okay. And here one resistor is connected again. We have taken out their diagrams also. So here what happened is a transistor Q1, transistor Q2 is there, R1 is there, R2 is there, R3 is there, and R4 is there. And this is the diode and this is the relay. So here what happened? If light is fall on the resistor, it have the two conditions. जैसे अपन हाफ वेव रेक्टिफायर फुल वेव रेक्टिफायर मध्ये बघितले, वरचा डायोड फॉरवर्ड बायस असेल तर खालचा रिव्हर्स बायस मध्ये असतो. Its working have the two conditions. If it is in the forward bias, if it is in the reverse bias. Similarly, here also what happened? It is what happened when light is fall and when light is not fall. There are two conditions. If light is not fall on the resistor, resistor will not operate because it is which type of resistor? It is the photoresistor. Photoresistor means what? It requires the light for working, for start. Okay. If light is not fall on the diode, what happens? This transistor Q1 and Q2 will be in the cut-off condition. Cut-off means what? It will be in off condition. Then what happens? There is no current will be flow through the relay and relay will not operate because it will be de-energized condition. Means what? It will be deactivated. So if it is deactivated, no current will flow, no voltage will flow. It will not start. And one LED that we have connected here also, that LED will not glow. This LED is used to only indicate that whether the relay is on and or off condition. Okay. So this is the one condition. Second condition is what? When light is fall on the resistor, on the LDR, that is a light dependent resistor is there. Therefore, if light is fall on that resistor, then what happened? If light is fall, it starts working. Then transistor Q1 and Q2 will be in the saturation state. Saturation means what? It will be in the on condition. Then what happens? Transistor Q1 and Q2 is connected in the Darling pair connection. Darling pair connection means what? One transistor's emitter is connected to the base of the second transistor. At that time, what happens? If both transistors are in Darling pair connection, then it flows the maximum current, and that current will be goes to the relay, and that relay will be operate or start, or it will be in the on condition. Then it goes to the LED. The LED will be glow. If LED is glow, then relay is in the on situation, on condition. So there are two conditions in working. So you have to explain these two conditions in the relay type. Okay. So it is what? Relay transducer, or explain the optocoupler with the help of relay. If it is asked, you can draw the diagram of this and explain these two conditions. Okay. Next we are going to see is what? LVDT. LVDT is what? Linear variable differential transducer. So what happened there in this linear variable differential transducer? We have to draw it here. LVDT and capacitance transducer. Those two transistors are there. It is the LVDT and capacitive transducer. In LVDT means what? See, I have told you that there are two secondary of the transducer. This is the primary of the transducer and these are the secondary. These two are the secondary of the transducer, and similarly here secondary of the transducers are there, and this is the primary of transistor. One bar is there, central bar, which moves towards left side or right side. Depends, whole working is depend on that centrally connected bar or isolator. So this is what the movable linear variable differential transducer means what? It is variable form, but that variable form is not everywhere, anywhere, in randomly. It not move randomly, it move in the linear form. Linear form is what? It left side or right side. In the linear form, linear means what? Like this, straight line. Okay, so if it is in the linear form, not move anywhere in the randomly, in random motion. So it is in the linear motion, therefore it is called a linear. Variable means what? It is a linear form, but it is not constant at only left side, at only right side, but it moves left to right, left to right. So it is linear but movable form, therefore it is called as the linear variable. Differential transducer. Why it is called differential? Transformer or transducer. Transformer means what? These are the coils. Primary, secondary means what? What is the primary and secondary? Primary school, secondary school is not there. Primary and secondary is the coil. Coil means where coil is used in the transformer. Therefore, it is called as the transformer. Okay. Differential means what? It gives the difference. How much it moves at the left side, how much it moves to the right side. Difference between these two we measure here. Therefore, it is called as the linear variable. Yes, differential transformer. Its name says that what it works and how it works. Okay, so it is the linear form. Sometimes it moves to the left side. It is nothing but the coil or the bar that it produces the. Every transformer produces magnetic field. Okay, so if magnetic field is produced, EMF is also produced. If it moves to the left side, I have to draw the diagram also of it. Suppose it is having secondary S1 and S2, and it is having the primary at the center of these two secondary. Then what happens if ES1 suppose is the ES2? Then what happens if it moves to the left side? Suppose ES1 is 50 and ES2 is 50, then E is equal to what? ES1 plus ES2. Then ES1 minus ES2, then 50 minus 50 is what? 0. Means what it is then? It is having the 0 difference. If it is, suppose it is 70 and it is 50, then you can take 70 and 50. If it is 70, then 70 minus 50, you will get the 20 difference. Okay, so how much it moves at the left side, how much it moves to the right side, difference between these two is measured at the output. Then it is called as the what? Linear variable differential transducer or transformer. Okay, so this is what linear. Last is our capacitive transducer. Last is what? Capacitive transducer. In capacitive transducer, what happened? You know the meaning of the capacitor, isn't it? What is the capacitor? Capacitor is nothing but which is having two parallel plates which is separated by its dielectric material. Here dielectric material is there. Dielectric material means which type of material? Insulating material. Okay. So capacitive transducer. Transducer is nothing but which convert one form of energy to another form is called as a transducer. No doubt. So this is what. Suppose it is a diaphragm. Suppose it is what? Diaphragm, and here is the plate and which is having the static pole, and here is the insulating material. Suppose this is the insulating material. Here is the static pole, and this is what? Diaphragm. This is what? Dielectric material. This is what? Dielectric material. Then pressure is applied or Y signal is applied. Pressure is applied on the diaphragm. So what happens in capacitive transducer? When pressure is applied in the diaphragm of this, then what happened? Distance between these two plates. So this static pole and diaphragm. Two plates are there. So these are two parallel plates. These are two parallel plates. Then difference between these two parallel plates will be changed because of this diaphragm. Diaphragm will be not straight line, it will be like this. So this much difference will be changed. So initially this much difference was there, then it will be this much difference. So difference between two parallel plate is changed. If difference between two parallel plate is maximum, then it will be what? It have the maximum dielectric material. If it have the maximum dielectric material, then what happened? It gives a maximum frequency, and that is measured by what? The oscillator circuit, or it is also measured by the AC circuit. How it measured by the oscillator? Because oscillations give it the maximum frequency. So capacitor transducer is used to convert our voice signal, or pressure signal is converted into the frequency signal. So this capacitor transducer is at the output we get the maximum frequency because it is measured with the help of oscillator. Oscillator is used to how much time it oscillates, means we can measure its time period. From time period we can measure the frequency where time is inversely proportional to the frequency. Therefore, in capacitor transducer, what happens? If pressure is applied on the diaphragm of this capacitor, then difference between these two plates will be changed. If difference is changed, its frequency will be changed. Maximum difference is there, maximum frequency is there. Minimum distance is there, it minimum difference is there, because capacitor have the formula that you know C is equal to epsilon 0 epsilon R A upon D. So it is directly proportional to the area of the plate. Area is directly proportional, but distance between two plates is inversely proportional. So C is inversely proportional to the distance between two parallel plates, and it is C is directly proportional to the area of the plate. So if the distance is more, then what happens? Maximum number of frequency will get at the output. So this is what your capacitive transducer. Okay, students, see, this is very simple chapter. It is having weightage of only 10% of marks that I have told you. And how many transducers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 transducers are included in this transducer chapter, and that you have to do perfectly. Okay, if you have any query, then you can directly ask me on my contact number, or you can ask me on Zoom meeting. Okay, so this is very simple chapter that we have covered, or we have completed similarly. So this is the review of your chapter. If you miss any lecture, then you can cover in this lecture only. Okay, students, all of you understand? I'll stop. Thank you.